Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video we're going to be changing out the alternator in this 1989 Chevy K1500. And I have to tell you, this is probably, if you have one of these vehicles, it's probably the easiest alternator I have ever removed as far as time that it takes. This is going to apply pretty much to 1988 to 1998, maybe with a few variations, but the reason that I am replacing this is because this is only a year and a half old, if that. It's charging fine, it's just making a terrible noise when it sounds like a jet engine. So that's the reason that I'm going to be replacing it. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very fast. It takes me about 3 minutes to remove it, maybe 5 minutes to install it. So let's get right to it. All right, you'll just have to excuse the garbage truck. All right, the first step is to remove the power. We're going to disconnect the negative battery terminal. Anytime you're working on an alternator, please do that. All right, next step is with the serpentine belt, you have to take the, obviously take the belt off of the alternator pulley. I've got a 1/2-inch drive breaker bar with a 16mm socket, and it's a 6-point socket. And I've also got this spring clamp. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. We're going to take the tension off of the belt. I'm going to wrap it over the pulley. And I'm going to keep tension on the belt itself. I'm taking the spring clamp and I'm going to connect it, I'm going to clamp the belt to this bracket right here. That way the tension stays on the bottom pulleys for the power steering and the crank and everything, and I don't have to waste time rerouting the belt. It'll stay there. Next, we're going to remove the weather pack connector that's on the back of the alternator. It just unplugs like that. And then we're going to take a 10mm socket. I'm using a 1/4-inch drive, and we will disconnect the battery lead. This is why you want to make sure to have the battery power disconnected, because if this if this grounds, you're going to get a big spark. All right, next, there are 3 13mm bolts. There's one here where the 2 braces are. There is one here, and then there's one right on the bottom, right where the belt is. So I'm going to take my 3/8 drive ratchet and just loosen these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosen them with the ratchet, and then I have my Milwaukee battery powered ratchet here to just speed things up. Now these are all 3 different sizes. Just keep that in mind. That's it. And the alternator lifts right out. As I said, this is the absolute easiest to remove alternator or any vehicle I have ever used in my life. Now, if yours has not been removed in a while, you may have a little issue with where these three, if your setup has these brackets, yeah, they're a little bit of a pain. I'll show you a trick to get those lined up. But anyway, that's it. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to take this back to O'Reilly's, and we'll be right back as soon as I have the new alternator. All right, so I've got our new alternator from O'Reilly's, and this one is nice and quiet. All right, so the installation is pretty much it is the reverse of what we did. So remember, there are 3 mounting points. So the trick to do this is to get the bottom one in first, that one right there, and then we're going to take this bolt and work the alternator till we get the bolt in the hole lined up, just like that. And then we'll put this top bolt in. And you're just going to put all 3 in hand tight first. Now, this bolt right here is the only one, if you have a problem or difficulty. I don't usually, there are 3 brackets here for support, and I don't usually mess with the other mounting positions, but you may have to take a small pry bar and move it. But if you'll just pull up like that, let me change positions over here. Alright, sorry about that. I'm having problems with my mic. So anyway, another technique you can use is to just pry that up a little bit, and then with your thumb press this bar. Just like that. All right, once that's done, we're going to reconnect our battery cable to the back, and then we'll connect our weather pack connector into the top. All right, so next we're going to take the tensioner. I'm going to remove the tensioner back. Whoops, don't do that. And then I'm going to release the spring clamp. Make sure that the bottom pulleys, the belt hasn't come off, hasn't gotten out of alignment. Reconnect the battery, which I'll do now. All right, so hopefully you can hear the difference in how that's the way an alternator is supposed to sound. All right, so that was a resounding success. I hope this has helped you guys. If you have one of these trucks, don't take it to the mechanic to have this done. This is the so far, the easiest alternator as far as swapping it out that I've ever seen in any vehicle. There may be something from the 50s, but you know, I don't know. This is it doesn't get any easier. 3 bolts, 2 connectors, and the belt. That's it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you've got any comments, if you've got any questions, concerns, or if you want to see some other super helpful videos on the Chevy 88 to 98 series trucks, just leave me a comment below and I will try to get that done for you. And as always, I will see you on the next video.